Welcome back, everybody. Gaming Grandpa here, playing a game I haven't played in a while, FIFA 23 with the FM Challenge. We are starting Season 5 with PSV. It's going to be a fun season, and the transfer special, you got to check it out. But anyway, like I said in my channel update, I am doing things a little bit different, so that's why you get to take a good look at my ugly mug here. I need to apologize because my webcam is sitting up top on my monitor. I don't really have any other place to put it, so that's why it looks like I'm just kind of staring out to nothing. But I apologize for that. And it still lags a little bit, but you know what? I'll get through that. Anyhow, today's episode is going to cover Season 4's wrap-up and then the first transfer window of Season 5. So stay tuned and enjoy. Welcome back, everybody. Gaming Grandpa here. Now, it's been a while since I've last played FIFA. Unfortunately, I had a lot of technical difficulties with my new monitor, it not working well with the computer. I couldn't record it, so it's been a mess. However, I wanted to finish this wrap up, and then I have actually been able to record. It's complicated, but it's going to look a little different. But anyway, I'm going to be able to record after this. So I'm going to do the wrap up, then jump straight into the transfer window. Now, this is my first year at PSV and my fourth season overall. Now, if you remember, the MLS has a different schedule. So I actually came over when the MLS was just after the second transfer window finished. I came over here to play with PSV and pretty much the whole season. We won the league, and then we also won the cup, the Orange Becker Cup. 3-0, we beat Feyenoord in the finals. We didn't get out of the semifinals in the Europa League, but you know what? That's fine. We weren't expected to, so I'm happy that we got that far. And because we won the league, this coming year we're going to be in the Champions League. Yay! Oh my God, what is going on here? There we go. It's weird. Okay, just like I normally do in the wrap-ups, I'm going to have the top players this year. The most goals went to Till. He was third overall. Most assists was Gakpo, tied for first. The clean sheets was Bigelow. He was second with 10. And do you know who had first with 11? That's right, the guy that he replaced, Benitez. But you know what? Bigelow was lower. He's going to be a better player, and that's why I made the transfer. Now, most appearances was Gakpo with 30. Best average was my youngster Mukoko at 7.9, and he was the top youngster. It seems funny calling him a youngster when he's started 3 years now. So, but it is what it is. But anyway, the team MVP that had the most Man of the Match awards went to Till. And here's my top 11 for 2024. It's also the all-time 11 because this is the first year I've been with PSV, so next year it would change a little bit. But my two strikers are Romero and Mukoko. My left winger and right wingers, Zalewski and Gakpo. And center winger had a tie between Till and Veerman. Now, my left back was Van de Ven. My defensive mid was Taylor. Center backs were Obispo and Cardoso. And right back was Lund. And my goalkeeper was Benitez. So that's pretty much the top 11. Now, miscellaneous info. My largest transfer fee paid, and that's with PSV this year, was with Taylor. Largest transfer received was $57.5 million when Veerman left. My record this year wasn't too shabby. My overall record, the 4 years I've been in FIFA, this is my record, which is not shabby at all. My biggest win was 8 over San Jose. Of course, that was with Austin, but I threw it in there because it was this year. Now, the biggest loss was to Sporting in the Europa League, and we ended up losing to them. But you know what? It is what it is. That's my total earnings and my current wage, which is a lot more than what I was making at Austin. But this is the Netherlands, the Eredivisie, and we are going to end up hopefully getting in trouble this year with Champions League, the Orange Becker Cup, and then the league. I don't know about Champions League. We're not expected, but just to get out of the group stage, and we'll see what we're going to do. Now, I will tell you with the transfer window coming up, there's a lot of turnover, a lot of changes, and I stayed true to the FM rules because I still have my 4 and 8 players that I need that have been trained at the club and in the country. I'm good to go, thanks for the Youth Academy, and so I was able to get rid of some players I've been wanting to get rid of. But anyhow, stay tuned. I'm going to be right back here with the transfer special. How's it going, guys? Gaming Grandpa here with the transfer window special. This is the summer transfer window of Season 5. Now, this has been by far the craziest transfer window I have ever ran into in all my years playing FIFA. I have ran into so many new gens, or regens, I should say, and new gens, honestly, that I didn't know what to do here. I mean, it's just like I kept signing these guys. They kept popping up on the free agency. I'm like, holy crap. So I signed them, and we're going to get right to it, and you're going to get to meet the team, and then I'll show you the new starting lineup. All right, one of my first regens is this dude. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I mean, holy crap, he's going to be my goalkeeper. He's an exciting prospect, and it's just really ridiculous. This kid here, I mean, wow, look at that. I don't even know what to say. I just, an Argentinian guy, it's like, holy crap, man. And Martin, I mean, wow, he can play central attacking mid, which is where he's going to spend most of his time. But, I mean, look at this. And then this dude, unbelievable. He was a regen. One of the world's best. I feel like I'm kind of cheating the game, but there was so many regens in this transfer window, and I signed a few, but they went everywhere. All right, Pereira is another one. He was a center back. I mean, look at that. He's only showing great potential, and he's at 85 already. It's like, holy crap, man. It's crazy. Now, because I signed some of these other players, I had to get rid of some, and I didn't transfer list any. They just kind of popped up with, the Spurs came in with Bigelow. And, I mean, he's an 84, but he's only worth 36.5. And look at that. He's already worth more money, but he's not quite up to speed, but he's still a really good player. All right, so I did sell Bigelow. Cardosa, because I signed Pereira, I had no choice. I didn't want to get this kid. Remember, I got him from Austin, but at the same time, in the Netherlands, remember, I have to have 8 players trained in the country for 3 years before they're 21, and then I have to have 4 of them at the club. So basically, once I get my 4 club trained, then I only need 4 more country trained. I can't have all 8 trained from the club, so I had to bring up some of my youngsters from the youth academy that have been here, a while, that have made that criteria, and so that enabled me to be able to get rid of some of these other players. But everything worked out. I can register my team, and I'll talk about that in just a minute. But I did let Cardosa go. Now, Uribe, he was from my youth academy. I sent him out for loan. I don't know how long I'm going to keep him. He's supposed to have really good potential, but I don't know. And then I signed this kid. I mean, unbelievable, man. Look at that, 18. Just, like I said, it feels like I'm cheating, but I'm not. Okay, Obispo, he was one of my club-trained kids, but once again, I brought up some youngsters, so I was able to get rid of him finally. And I think I made a really good sell. Wade was another free agent. I mean, wow, and Vital, it's just, whoa, I just don't know what to think about some of these kids. It's just unbelievable, man. And then I let Samaras go because, I have other players now, so I might as well get rid of him, plus he's 21. Okay, my second big transfer in, Camavinga. How can I not get him? He's worth $100 million, but Taylor was worth like 35, and they would not do anything without Taylor. I don't know why, but I did manage to finally sell Gakpo with the amazing transfer fee that Newcastle United, with all their billions of dollars, come in to buy him. So that I was trying to get him to go 160, but I didn't. So I made a good deal. All right, I did get rid of Peterson. Unfortunately, he's not up to par. Till I was debating whether or not to get rid of him, but when I got Camavinga, I kind of had room for both of them, believe it or not. But they came in with an offer, and he wanted to go, so I'm like, why not? Okay. Siberi is one of the last club-trained players that was from the original team, but I had an offer. I just felt like I needed to get rid of him. All right. Now, I did manage to get this kid. He is country-trained from Ajax. No, I'm sorry, he's from FC20. I had to look it up, remember. But anyway, I went ahead and signed him. He's going to be a prospect, so I'm not really worried about the play time, but I needed to fill some slots to have my registration complete for the country, and he was fit to bill. All right. Yes, he's a Netherlands guy. He was trained in Ajax. Everybody knows who this kid is. I got a new left back, and I'll show you that in just a minute. And so, for whatever reason, they wanted like $150 million for this guy, and I'm like, hell no, I ain't paying that. But they asked for Van de Ven, so I'm like, okay, cool. So I killed 2 birds with 1 stone. I got rid of a country-trained player, and I got one. So I'm ecstatic to get him. Now remember, this is all about realism And I am playing FIFA still. Now, Football Manager, would he want to come back to the Netherlands? I don't know. Maybe in the future when he got older. A lot of times players towards their retirement, they like to go back to their country of origin. That's just how they do. But this is FIFA, so I still have to kind of cater to FIFA, and he wanted to come. Now, there's a lot of players that have turned me down, believe it or not. So how can I turn him down? He's always been one of my hot kids, hot prospects I've always wanted for years, and I finally got him. All right, Sambo, he takes care of the remaining club-trained original players that were here. He just was constantly complaining about playtime, and you know what? The heck with it, man. I got rid of him, I made some money, and I was happy. Now, King, I'm keeping him, but Brighton come in with a year loan, and, why not? I mean, let him go play in the Premier League a little bit. I think it's a better league than us anyway, so we'll see what happens with him. All right, here is a big, big signing. I had the money, and I can't believe I got him, but I also managed to get rid of the Desma. He was my only USA player at the time. And, I mean, it's Davies. I mean, come on, man. How can you... I remember when he was a kid at 17, he was a left winger. Then they trained him at the left mid, and now he plays left back. So I'm going to train him up to be a left wide back because I like him attacking a lot more. So we'll see what happens. But I had to get him, and I couldn't help it. He's my new left back where I got rid of Van de Ven. All right. Now, a couple extra youngsters that I signed. They're not worth as much, but they're still better than my Youth Academy players. So I figured, why not? I'll go ahead and grab them. Now, they're all prospects that are sporadic. They'll get game time. But, if I can sell them down the future and make a profit, I mean, isn't that what it's about, is making a profit? And that takes care of all the players that I signed. I will not be signing anymore until the end of when the next transfer window opens. Now, I will tell you, here's my new starting lineup. I had an offer come in for Zalewski, and I almost pulled the trigger. He's not country trained, so it wouldn't have been a big deal, but he can still improve. He's still going to get better, and Liverpool came in for him, and his market value was between 80 and 125, and they offered 80, and I could not get them above 100 no matter what I did, and I'm not letting go of him for that. I did have a replacement lined up that would have shook the walls, but it works out better because I still like him. He's a good player. All right, so Robin is one of the new gens. He's one of the best in the world, remember. He is going to be my left striker along with Mukoko. I just cannot get rid of this kid. I don't want to. I love him. All right, Zalewski, of course, is still my left mid. Now, Martin, who was a center forward, he is also can play cam, so there he is as my central attacking mid. All right, Ramirez was the right winger I signed, the new gen. Kamavinga is filling in at the CDM spot. I'm training him to be that, and he's doing a good job. All right, now, for whatever reason, I got to change this around because Chev Luck is not going to be... There we go. I thought I had this worked, but evidently I didn't. Davies, he's not on the bench, guys. Come on now. All right, and then Delit, of course, with Pereira. I mean, I have a pretty good team. Lund seems to be the weak one on the team, but he is an exciting prospect, so he's going to get better, and he's worked a lot. So, I mean, he's done a great job for me, so I'm keeping him there. And, of course, the new goalkeeper is Savalos. All right, this is pretty much going to be, except for Simon. Simon, I don't know why. Who was I having up in there? I think it was him, maybe. I'll deal with that later, and I'll show you that later before the game time. But anyway, that is my starting lineup, and we have a hell of a team now, guys, which we're going to need it, and I'll tell you why here in just a second, because we made the Champions League from winning the league last year, and we're not doing so well in the league this year, but it's just started, and unfortunately, you know how I like to do my 5 random games where the first game of the season I record. Well, it was still during the transfer window, and I don't like showing you a game until the transfer window is open. And the league started fairly shortly, so we'll see what happens. But anyway, we're currently in 6th. We won 3, lost 1, and drew 1. And you know what? It's okay. My team wasn't built then, and I already got rid of some players, so we lost 1 and drew 1. But I'm not too worried about that. I don't care if we go undefeated. We're not Arsenal. But anyhow, that is the league so far. And like I said, we made the Champions League this year. And look at this. Look who we drew. Barcelona and Roma. I'm not worried about Slavia Praha. I'm not worried about them. I'm worried about Barcelona and Roma, and we'll see what happens. I'm hoping we get out of this, but even if we don't, remember this year, the third place finishers dropped down to the Europa League, and then the third place finishers of that dropped down to the conference. So, we still have some European competition, honestly. I mean, my goal is to win the Champions League, and I have not done that yet, obviously, with the MLS, But I want to win everything European that we can to be the best club. That would be amazing. So I plan on staying here in the Netherlands for a while because the ultimate goal is to win the Champions League. And with the team I put together now, I think we stand a really good chance. But we'll see what happens. But anyway, guys, that is going to pretty much take care of... I can show you the objectives, I guess, since it's a new season. This here, I'm not going to get the long-term one. I can tell you that now because I'm not going to be starting hardly any of my players. I did get some of these done, so I'm not too worried about it. All right, they want us to win the league and win the cup, and of course that's just like Football Manager. Once you win, they want you to win constantly, and I hate that. All right, and that one's done also. So, the objectives, I'm not really worried about them. You were allowed to fill a couple of them anyway, but I wanted to show you the Youth Academy. I do have one outstanding player here that's going to be coming up here shortly, but he's 16, so I'm going to wait till he turns at least 17. But look at this kid. Navarrete, he's going to be a stud. It's just his potential's not up there. I do have a few players whose potential's pretty good, but you know what? They hardly ever get to that has potential to be special. I mean, honestly, they really don't. So, but anyhow, that takes care of my Youth Academy, guys, and I'm going to get back into playing this because I do want to finish this series. I'm in Season 5, and I'm going to keep going and going and going until I feel like I can't accomplish much anymore, so we'll see what happens. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you all soon.